Hello, so today's the 9th of February. I don't normally do this, but basically when uploading today's episode, I still don't have an answer for the last question, and so rather than keep you all basically at bay, I'm going to just record everything that's normal, and then I will give an outro, maybe try and find the point where I show off the other icon of St. Teilo. Anyway, without further ado, Celtic Saints website. Our first saint is for St. Calder on the group chat and the Celtic Saints website. Our first saint is for St. Cronan the Wise, and he is a bishop. He is from the 8th century. The little known of this saint leads to the conclusion that he was, in all probability, a bishop of Lismore, and identical with the holy prelate there known as St. Roman. St. Cronan was best known for his zeal, ability, and success in regulating of ecclesiastical discipline, and was an author of many sets of disciplinary laws. The group chat says St. Cuaran, Curvinus or Cronan, a bishop in Ireland called the Wise on account of his knowledge of the canons, who hid his identity to become a monk at Iona, where he was recognised by St. Columba, c. 700 AD. Our next entry is... Wait, I should probably point out I actually did make a small mistake. So the reading from the group chat's actually meant to be for this St. Cronan / Curaran. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, forgive me. That was a different entry. Okay, so that last entry was only in the book and thingy. So I just read the group chat entry for St. Curavan the Wise, Bishop, Curvinus or Cronan. And yeah, as the book also says, this Irish saint, who, like many others, was known as the Wise, St. Coran, attempted to conceal his identity and assume the life of a simple monk at Iona. However, he was eventually recognised by St. Columba, 9th of June. He most likely reposed well into the 8th century AD. In the book, though, the line thing says 7th century. So I assume it's he lived most of his... I just read the entry in the group chat, Bishop c. 700 AD. Also known as... The next entry should be for St. Eingun. Anianus, and a couple of other names that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce, but two of them are here. And he is from the 6th century. He is believed to have been one of the two sons of the famous chieftain Canuda, whose family is said to have produced no less than 50 saints. St. Eingun was a British prince who left Cumberland for Wales, where he finished his days as a hermit at Clan Engen, near Bangor, reposing circa AD 590. The group chat entry says St. Einion Frenin, Eingun Einion or Anian, at Clanengen, a British prince who left Cumberland for Wales and became a hermit at Clanengen near Bangor, 6th century AD. Okay, so we actually have a bonus entry. The last entry for today is Saint... I think I accidentally skipped the part of that last entry where it says he's believed to be one of the two sons of a famous chieftain, Cuneda, whose family is said to have produced no less than 50 saints. That is, of course, my bad. Anyway, let's continue. Teilo. Wait. I mean... It could also be... This is me debating with myself whether I can pronounce Saint Teilo, as Dylan or not. Another thing that I'm going to cut for the sake of not keeping you around too long, spelt like Dicklon, given how given that in the Welsh language, Teilo, because I'm pretty sure from previous centuries coming right. Anyway, there are a few icons of him. As a matter of fact, there is a beautiful one by Uncut Mountain, but this one, which was posted on the Cardiff Russian Church, I think their Rokor's site is probably the best. Might as well just keep it simple, and we don't need to use uncuts every single week, even if they are probably, at the very least, my personal favourite. Anyway, Teilo, I need to pronounce that properly, and he is from the 6th century. It is difficult to sort. Also, I will leave this here so that you can read this, and then I feel like I'm tempted to just call him. It's difficult to sort through the mass conflicting traditions concerning this famous saint of South Wales, and compile a reliable count of his life. However, it is fairly certain that he was a disciple of Saint Dubricius, bracket 14th of November, friend of Saint Samson, 28th of July, and David, 1st of March, and was the founder of the monastery at Dilio, Fowler. Records exist of his pilgrimage to Rome and Brittany, where churches bear his name. Legends exist of him having been consecrated Bishop of Jerusalem while on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land. He is also said to have succeeded Saint Dubricius in the See of Llandaff. Saint Teilo, or Teilo, AD 560, reposed at Llandalio, Fowler, AD 560. And we'll move down to this. Oh, wait, he also has a Troparion and a Kontakion. Anyway, pause and read. If you wish. Saint Teilo, bracket, some of the other names, the one that starts with Theliau, Teilan, Dialalo, and the one that looks like Dylan. Bishop of Llandaff, Wales, bracket 6th century AD. Probably born in Penally, near Tenby in Wales. He was a disciple of Saint Difrig and a friend of Saints David and Samson. He founded Llandaff Monastery, and then in the book it says Llandale Fowler, because the second L isn't there, in Dyfed, where he was buried. I will read his Troparia and Kontakion. So his Troparia is sung in the 4th tone, also known as the 4th mode. As a mountain of the true faith, thou didst issue forth the life-giving waters of salvation. Oh, actually, let's start again. As a fountain of true faith, thou didst issue forth the life-giving waters of salvation, O Hierarch Teilo. Wherefore we implore thee, intercede with Christ our God, that our souls may be saved. And then we've got Kontakion of Saint Teilo, which is sung in the 1st tone, or 1st mode. O teacher of pure doctrine, joy of monastics, and Dewi Sant's fellow pilgrim to Jerusalem, where thou wast elevated to the episcopate, most pious Father Teilo, we keep festival in thy honour, praying for the grace to follow in thy footsteps. We do have a bonus entry. So we're not actually done yet. So we have 2 unique entries. And here's an abbot. I have 2 bonus entries. One is Saint Alto of Altomunster, and here's an abbot. He has a group chat entry, so Saint Alto of Altomunster, founder of Altomunster Abbey, bracket c.760 AD, so he was in the 8th century. Born in Ireland, he went to Germany and settled as a hermit in a forest near Augsburg, where he founded a monastery now called Altomunster after him. And then there is a bonus chat in here for Saint Mariana Scottus, who is an abbot. Okay, I'm gonna take over here, just because, hey, there's an extra 5 minutes, and I don't need 5 minutes. So, this entry, as I'm going to explain, I did leave a message in the group chat, which I don't actually have any answer for just yet. So, I'm going to just simply emphasize that, as you can see, this person died basically much after the Great Schism. He dies in 1088, which is a good 30 years after the Great Schism. Nobody's confirmed to me yet whether he is actually venerated by us Eastern Orthodox or not. In fact, as you can see, I do use Google to try and figure out this. I didn't think the source was actually any good. And whilst waiting for an answer that still hasn't came, even after re-recording everything. There we go. I eventually just decided to pull up and show the other icon for Saint Teilo. Anyway, so if I do receive an update, I will update down below. The Kontakion, the Troparion and the Kontakion for Saint Teilo are in the description for anybody that in the future wants to chant it. And whilst the original video was a good, 14 minutes, I think I've just saved you. I've saved you 3 minutes of waiting around. Anyway, that's basically it. I've been Rita Lazar. Again, I'm not certain if this person is venerated. I've been Rita Lazar. God bless you all, and Amen.